What's up, everybody? This is Madden Football, aka Play Madden Football, on Twitch, and I'm coming at you guys again with another live sports betting picks, NFL sports betting picks, and money game picks for week number 4 in the NFL season. So yes, first before we get into the games for this week, I wanted to just kind of go over the action so far that we've seen in the season. Overall, I've been being pretty unlucky this season with my picks. To be honest with you, so far I've had about 10 money picks this season, and I'm like 4 for 10 right now, which doesn't seem that good. However, 2 of those out of those 6 losses that I had, right? 2 of those losses, man, the teams that I picked was up by double digits in the fourth quarter. One of them was up by like 13. I forget what it was, but it was like, yeah, they were about like 14 points with like 2 minutes left. This was the Cleveland Browns and Jets. Because I don't want to get into details, but when it comes to the Cleveland Browns and the Jets, as well as the Ravens, they were both up double digits in the fourth quarter and somehow found a way to lose those games, which is just unlucky. And even 3 of the other 6 losses actually had a chance to win in the fourth quarter as well. Those would be the Cowboys game, the Bengals and the Cowboys. The Bengals actually had the game tied at 17 in the fourth quarter, but Cowboys did win. Also, the Carolina and the Giants game, I had picked Carolina. They did have a chance to win in the fourth, however, Giants did win at home. And then last week, which is, I couldn't believe this is honestly, I was kind of disgusted about this, but the Kansas City Chiefs last week, how did they lose at Indy? Like, this was crazy. They did have a chance to win in the fourth quarter, but anyways, we'll go over that. But yeah, so out of those 6 losses, 2 of them basically should have won. They was up by double digits in the fourth, and 3 other ones. So just out of those 6, that's literally like more like 60%, right? If you just add those two, they should have been wins. They were up by double digits in the fourth quarter. One of them was up by like double digits with 2 minutes left in the game. Thanks, Cleveland Browns. I ain't betting on y'all again for a while. But yeah, if you just put those in, that's already 60%, which is decent. And then if you add the other 3 and they actually had a chance to win in the fourth, I'm not saying these other 3 would have been wins, but I'm just saying that my picks, I'm not completely off. Like my ideas and my picks, the way that I perceive and the way that I see the teams, it's not off. I'm just, you just can't win them. You can't win them all. That's why I do pick 7-1 odds and pick pick the parlays so that I can afford to lose, up to like the vast majority of my bets, and as long as I hit a couple here and there, I'm actually going to be profitable. As we'll hope to see. I'm hoping that my luck changes coming up, but we'll see. But yeah, anyways, basically, so out of those 10 games, only one of them was a real blowout against me, which was, again, which we'll see, which was the Chargers game last week. I really thought that the Chargers could beat the Jags last week at home, but I was wrong. They got blown out, and we'll go over why. But yeah, I hope my luck changes. I'm gonna go ahead and get some tickets today with you guys right now on live video, and I'm actually gonna get 3 tickets this week, I believe. I'll think about it, but most likely I'm gonna get 3 tickets, and we'll try to get the luck to change this week. I have a bunch of picks this week, a bunch of picks and some ideas this week, so there's definitely some action this week where I do see some edge. So we're gonna go ahead and try again. But yes, just to go back to the last week. Mainly, it was this Kansas City game that screwed me. If Kansas City would have done their job last week, I would have won some money last week. I would have probably maybe like close to double my account, or my account would have gone up by like 60 or 70% last week. I would have won a $35 hit. But yeah, Kansas City. What happened was their special teams was absolutely fucking horrible, like literally horrible. They had basically two muff punts. One was actually muffed, was really was muffed, and they turned the ball over in the first quarter. And then I believe this was the 2 first punts of the game. The second one, they lost it down to the 1-yard line. So that means Mahomes had to start at his own 1-yard line, which is basically almost like a turnover, because it's very unlikely that you're gonna move the ball from there. You're probably gonna end up punting. So those 2 punt returns were horrible. One of them was muffed, the other one was put down to the 1-yard line. Horrible. And then not only that, two messed up field goals. One of them was a blatant missed field goal, which should have been root count. It was like a 48-yard field goal. The dude missed. That's blatant. And then they tried to fake the other one. They should have just taken the points. They tried to run a fake field goal and missed that. So that's basically 6 points right there that they gave away. And I believe, what was the outcome of this game? The outcome of this game was last week, right? The outcome of this game was only a 3-point victory. So if they had just taken those 6 points of those 2 field goals, they would have won. They still wouldn't have covered my spread, but they would have won the game. And then, I'm sorry, I love you, Travis. And so that was that. There was a horrible special teams. And then also Travis Kelce. I love you, Travis Kelce. I still think you're, if not the best in the league, one of the top 3 in the league. But he made some real bad drops. He had 4, and this is uncharacteristic of him. He had 4, because I don't blame this loss on Mahomes. I don't blame it on Andy Reid either, but I blame it on the special teams, and I blame it on Travis Kelce. I watched this whole game. I watched all the games, dude. Travis Kelce dropped 2. Yes, he caught a touchdown, but he dropped 2 touchdown passes, all right? 2 other ones. So he should have had there should have been at least 1 more touchdown if Travis Kelce catches that. And I believe it turned into a field goal or what. But he dropped 2 touchdowns. And then he dropped 2 crucial first downs as well. I believe one of them was a 3rd down. I think the other one was either another 3rd down or a 4th down. He dropped 2 touchdown passes and 2 crucial first down passes. You never see Travis Kelce do that. So that's just like, who could have predicted that? Like, and even still, they lose by 3 points and still have a chance to win in the 4th quarter. Like, it's just bad luck, man. And like, I don't believe I was really off on this guy. I believe this game was kind of a fluky loss, honestly, when you look at all this. Who would have predicted this? But anyway, and then this one was actually like I said, out of the 10 games that I've picked, my money game picks so far this season, this is one I'll admit was actually the pick was just off. A very bad pick. What it really happened was, first of all, it was the injuries. Herbert, when I picked this game on last Friday, I looked on I looked on the ESPN injury report site, and it just said Herbert was questionable. It said questionable, and he said limited participation in practice. So I'm thinking questionable, limited participation in practice. I'm thinking he's definitely gonna go. You know what I mean? He's definitely gonna play. Like people like Lamar Jackson they didn't even participate in practice on Friday, but they still played. But anyways, Herbert did play. But on Sunday they start to say, oh, he's taking shots in the ribs, he's taking pain-killing shots in the ribs, injections. He might not play. So I was like, oh my God, really? Would they come out with this only at the last minute? They couldn't have put this out on Friday, but whatever. He did play. But really what it was, Keenan Allen didn't play. I thought he might play, but he was out. That hurt him a lot. And then the worst injury was Corey Linsley. Their center was out too. I don't know if I overlooked that. I don't know. You can go back and rewatch my video from last week, but I believe it said he was questionable too. I thought they might be able to overcome that, but no. Without Linsley, they can't run the ball. They literally cannot run the ball without Corey Linsley. And then not only that, but Bosa gets injured in like the 2nd quarter, and he's out for the entire second half of the game. So it was just, these injuries really did affect the Chargers, especially this Linsley injury. And Herbert actually did play well. I'm not going to blame this on Herbert or his injury, but it's just an example of too many injuries. And I believe Keenan Allen did affect it. But anyways, and Bosa, their defense was suspect in the second half without Bosa. But I'm not going to lie, the Jags did play better than I thought. The Jags showed up more than I thought. The Surfer Boy killed it. This might have been like one of a career game for him. Where's this game at? This might have been a career game for the Surfer Boy. Look what the Surfer Boy did. And when I say the Surfer Boy, I mean Trevor Lawrence. 28 for 39 with 3 tuggies and 260 yards. That's a hell of a stat line for the Surfer Boy. That's one of his best games so far. He killed it. And also their defense did ball out. The Jags defense is legit. We can go look at them right now just real quick. I like to look at the rosters and everything. We can look at I know they have squad. They have if you look at their defense, they have a lot of young studs. Oh yeah, and not only that, Doug Peterson's doing a great job with the new coach. Look at this defense. Shaq Griffin, I'm not sure if he played, but they have squad over here. Okay, this dude's a beast. These are all some young studs. All right. So their defense is, to be honest, I hadn't even really heard of a lot of these players up until this season. A lot of them are coming out this season, but there's some studs. So their defense is legit. I did learn that. So that's what we're gonna learn. That's what we learned about these 2 losses. If this game just hit, I would have won money last week, but unfortunate. But anyways, we'll just go ahead and put that behind us. Bye. And like I said, we're gonna go ahead and continue with the money games this week. So starting with this game this week, I was just watching NFL Network right now. I have an update on this game right here. This is one of my money picks of the week. My book has it at -3. I'm gonna buy some points. I probably have it -1.5. But yes, absolutely, yes, I am. I am taking Minnesota over New Orleans. The update and the news on this is actually the fact that there's a very good chance that it might be Andy Dalton playing over instead of Famous Jameis. Famous Jameis has been, I think he's been, let's look right now. Because they might not have the updated one on here, but I just seen NFL Network. Famous Jameis is not present. Yes, he's not present at the start of Friday's practice. That's what the lady on NFL Network was saying. She's over there in London, right? This game's going to be in London, by the way. It's going to be an early game, like 6:30 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. But she said that if Winston if he doesn't participate on Friday, it's pretty much sewn up, it's wrapped up. Andy Dalton's gonna go ahead and start on Sunday. You can look to Dalton. So it's looking like it's gonna be Dalton. I don't know how you guys feel about Dalton, but shit, I'm more than happy to bet against the Red Rifle. I'm more than happy to bet against Dalton. He might prove me wrong, but I really do like the Vikings here. If you look at the Vikings' previous competition that the Vikings last week, right? Last week the Vikings. I keep missing these games, man. My bad. I'm taking a little bit longer with these games. There we go. There we go. Yeah, see, they edged out a good Detroit team, I'm also going to put money into this week. I like this Detroit team. I like the way they're playing. But the Vikings edged out a good Detroit team last week. A good Detroit team, and played well doing it. If you look at their Dalvin Cook played well, and that's another thing. Dalvin Cook, I know they said questionable about him, right? But he will be playing. Next week. He will be playing next week, or on Sunday. Yes, Dalvin Cook. Where's Dalvin Cook? He's not even on this report. Yeah, see, Dalvin Cook's not even on the report. He will be playing. I heard on info he'll definitely be playing Sunday, so that's good news for Vikings. Dalvin Cook is in the game, and like I said, famous Jameis may not play. It's likely going to be Andy Dalton. But however, if you look at the Vikings' previous records, right, they're 2-1, but they faced extremely tough competition. They beat a good Packers team. They lost to a very, very good Eagles, who again is actually going to be one of my maybe games, who I might put money. It's just a little bit too much points. And again, after the Jags last week, their defense scares me, but I still think the Eagles are probably going to cover this. The Eagles are undefeated, I believe. I believe. I should know these records and stuff. But yeah, these Eagles are undefeated. Oh, hold on. They are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, see, undefeated 3-0. And if you look at this, I'm going too far. If you look at the Vikings competition this season, they beat a good Packers team, handily too. They lost to an Eagles team, but like I said, Eagles team is maybe one of the best teams in the league. I believe every video I say this again and again. I believe the Eagles this year, I believe they win their division, and I believe they make a pretty good playoff run. I'm not saying Super Bowl, but they might win a playoff game or two. Might even get to the NFC Championship game and face my Niners. No, I'm kidding. I'm not predicting the Niners. It's not doing too well so far. However, the Eagles, yes, there's no shame in losing to these Eagles. And then last week, coming off a very solid win, edging out. And I watched this game too. Both teams play very well in this game. Both teams play. When I seen this Vikings Lions game, I seen two good football teams playing. Jared Goff, yeah, he threw a pick, but played decent. Jamal Williams is a straight dog. Jamal Williams, 2 tuggies. That's what I'm saying. I bet on dudes like them. And then they have DeAndre Swift too. But yes, both teams play well. Kirk Cousins, 2 tuggies. Kirk Cousins will protect the football. So I'm talking too much about this game. And then the Saints, we can go look at the Saints so far too. What did the Saints do last week? I believe they lost to Carolina, right? I'm not mistaken. See, I know that much. Hold on. Yeah, go back. Yes, exactly. They lost to Carolina. I was watching this game on I didn't rewatch the whole game, but I was watching most of it on Red Zone at the time. And the announcer was calling the Saints defense struggle, not the defense, the Saints offense struggle bus. The Saints offense is, I don't want to say garbage, but they were calling them struggle bus. 2 picks. Jameis Winston, he got injured. Yeah, when you're down, you throw a lot, but Kamara is not 100%. He's 60. Kamara's not. He's not playing what he was, and they're putting it all on Kamara's back. And like I said, Andy Dalton's probably going to be starting for the first time in a while. You really think he's at his best? I'm not sure. And look at their competition. They lost to a Bucs team, obviously. They lost to a Panthers team Panthers team, I believe, is a little overrated. I've been really riding this Panthers team for the first 2-3 weeks of the season. They let me down every time. They lost to a Giants team. They lost when Cleveland came to town. Baker couldn't beat his old team. This Panthers team, I'm off this Panthers. I'm not going to bet on them no more. So they lost even to the Panthers. That's really, and then they barely edged out a Falcons team. That's all the Saints have done. The Saints have not shown anything, and their offense is quote unquote struggle bus. So do I really think that they're gonna go over to London and beat this Vikings team who is pretty much studded out at offense, and the Vikings are studded out offense and defense. Kirk Cousins will protect the ball. You see what I'm saying? They got Dalvin Cook. They got squad on defense. They got Eric Kendricks. And some young studs on defense, dog. Yes, I'm on the Vikings. I mean, we can look at the only thing I'm kind of worried about. I'm not sure if Harrison's been injured. Nah, not even. He's back too. Look, look. The Vikings. They're pretty relatively healthy. I'm spending too much time on this game, but the Vikings are relatively healthy. Right here. See, I look at everything, dog. I don't play. Harrison Smith is back. Stud. That's a stud. Darius, he might be back. This is top 1 or 2 in the league. Stud. Like, these dudes got studs across the board. Anyway, Daniel Hunter, stud. Like, come on. Anyways, they even got OG Pat P, the OG, a veteran, feel me, veteran, leader in the secondary, along with Harrison Smith. Anyways, we're gonna move on. But yes, I do like Minnesota -2. Well, it's at, what is that at now? It's at -3. But I'll take it. Yeah, -3 is cool. I'll even pick them at -3. I'll buy it down to -2, but I'll take them -3. The only thing I don't like is that I will mention this before we move on. I don't like their kicker. Minnesota Vikings kicker is suspect, everybody. I'm sorry to tell you, I seen this last game. And that's another thing why I love this win right here. They won by 4, right? But that's in spite of 2 missed field goals by Minnesota's kicker. All right? Hold on. Look at this kicker. Yes! 0 for 2. Greg Joseph, okay, 0 for 2. 2 missed field goals by the kicker. They had to stop kicking him. They're like, no, we can't trust this dude. Their kicker is suspect, all right? But even still, they won. They beat a good Vikings team. So yes, their kicker suspect, but I don't think that's going to hold them back from covering against the Saints team. It's not at nobody's home. It's in London. I think Minnesota travels better than, Anyways, I just think, yes, that's my pick for that game. We'll move on. Next game, Cleveland Browns at Atlanta Falcons. To me, this is a stay-away game. No, actually, this is a maybe game. Okay, so my maybe games, right? These are my money games. I'm definitely going to put money into these. These are my top picks. And this is in order as well. I mean, to me, these are all pretty similar games. I'm not really too much more confident than any of them over the next, but this is a slight order. I thought about it and put them in this order. These 5 are maybe games, right? But these 2 are ones that I think I am going to bet on as well. I'm pretty confident. I'm more than 55%, 60% confident on these 2 as well. So I probably will. They're not as confident as the top 4, but I will bet on these. You'll see I'll take my tickets right now. And these ones I probably will not. These are maybe 2. I do see some edge in these games. But for different reasons, these games are games that I will not be betting on. So I spoke too soon. I'm not going to call Cleveland, Arizona a stay-away game because I do see some edge. I do think Cleveland could come in and cover this, especially if you can get like only -1. My book is probably -3. No, it's only -1. So yeah, if you can get -1, that might be a decent grab for. I'm not going to grab it because but the Cleveland Browns have too many injuries right now. If you guys don't know, Clowney is out. Myles Garrett got into a car accident, and we're not sure about him. Look at all these. Just look at the Cleveland Browns injury list. Oh my God, it's a whole entire page. Like, is this a whole entire team? Like, this is crazy. So, Denzel Ward, and that's now, yeah, he's questionable. Myles Garrett did not practice. He got into a car accident. There's too many. And Joe Bitonio, their guard, is questionable. There's too many injuries. Greedy Williams, he's on the IR. There's too many injuries in Cleveland. I can't, dude. I can't, especially when I do like the way ATL's been playing. I like Mariota. So, no, that's the reason why if I had to pick, I do think Cleveland wins and covers. But I don't think it's just too risky because of the injuries and because I do like the way Atlanta's been playing. Plus, Atlanta's at home. I'm good. I'm going to stay away from that game, but it is a maybe game. This game is definitely a stay away game for me. Washington at Dallas is a stay away game for me, as you can see. The reason why is simple fact. I can't really trust either team. Both teams are just a little questionable for me. I like the way the Commanders have been playing. However, last week I believe they laid an egg. I hate Carson Wentz. My name for him is literally trash. I do not like Carson Wentz at all. You'll never hardly ever see me betting on Carson Wentz. Yes, they laid an egg. I mean, that's not, like I said, the Eagles are very good. They probably were not expected to win this game, but still, like, you can only get 8 points. Like, come on, dog. An entire football game. Carson Wentz is garbage, dog. I'm sorry to tell y'all. If y'all like Carson Wentz, whatever, good luck with that. But nah. And then also with the Cowboys, like, I know I said that they weren't going to do anything without Prescott, but their defense has stepped up. Cooper Rush has stepped up. I just, I can't trust either team enough to bet on either team. Period. I'm going to move on from there. This game, this is a money pick of the week again from them. But this is actually one of my top. But this is my. The only reason it's not higher is because it's the points, a little bit more points. But I do like Detroit over Seattle. I'll go over this one. I'm not going to spend as much time on this as I did on the Vikings game. But Seattle, guys, they haven't shown me much at all. Seattle, what they do last week. Seattle, I believe they lost to the Niners, right? Hold on. Yeah, they lost to the Niners, got blown out. Like, good luck, Seattle. The only team, look, the only team Seattle's ever beaten, and again, is why I'm going to bet against the Broncos too. The only team Seattle beat is a Broncos team, dude. Like, seriously. They lost to the Falcons, like I said, whatever. They lost to us, and they beat the Broncos in a fluke win at home when Russell Wilson came back. Seattle hasn't shown me nothing, and speaking of that, Denver hasn't either. We'll get to that. But no, I don't trust Seattle. And Detroit, like I've said from the week 1 of the season, I think Detroit can be a sleeper team. I believe they're underrated, and they could take a step up from last year. They even impressed me over that. They're even better than I thought they would be. Detroit, I believe they're a very good team. I'm not a huge fan of Jared Goff, but he's been playing decent. Like I said, they barely lost at Minnesota last week. Tough game, close game. I told you, I watched this whole game. Both teams are playing well. Jamal Williams had a ridiculous, almost 100 yards, 4 yards, two tuggies. Like, Jamal Williams is a straight dog. And if you look at their season so far, they've had really good competition. They hung in there with an Eagles team on week 1, barely lost to an Eagles team. That's saying a lot. Like I said, how good the Eagles are, that's saying a lot. They beat the Commanders in a tough game, and the next team. This is decent competition, and every game they put up points. Every game they've been in the ball game. So I think they have squad on offense. Who's on their defense, by the way? We'll look at their defense and we'll move on. But who's on Detroit's defense again? They got some squad. They got don't they got about to do? Nah, I'm thinking of the Colts. Hold on. Who's their defense? I know who they got on offense. That dude Jamal Williams is a dog. Who's their wide receivers too? Yeah, they got Amon Ra, the young dude. They got the brothers Amon Ra too, and the other St. Brown. But they got some young studs. I haven't heard of a lot of their defense, but they've been playing well. It's a solid. It's an overall solid defense. So yes, I mean it's more their offense that I like. Their ball control running offense. But anyways, I do like Detroit over Seattle. I think Seattle's just very bad. I think Detroit's actually a solid team this year. Under the record doesn't say a lot for how good they are. So I'll pick Detroit over Seattle even minus. I'm gonna get them at minus. Let me see. What do I have them? What do I have them at? Seattle. I have them at -4. I'll take them at -4. We can put them at -4. I'm happy. -5 is a little bit, but most books do have them at -4. Hold on. As you can see, -4. So I'll put them at -4. That is my pick. I'll take Detroit minus Seattle -4. Next game, Tennessee at the Colts. This is another one of my money picks of the week, guys. Yeah, I have a lot. There's a lot of action this week. Guys. I do like Tennessee over Indy. I know Indy. Believe me, you don't have to remind me. I know what Indy did last week. It ruined my freaking Sunday. Honestly, just put me in a bad. That's why it's taking me this long to make the video again. I'm sorry I'm late, but don't worry. I didn't put any money on last night's game. It was a crazy game. What happened? Oh yeah, what happened to Tua? My thoughts and prayers go out to Tua Tagovailoa. His fingers got all twisted up. That was crazy. Hope he's all right. Teddy Bridgewater came in and played pretty well, but dang, he threw that pick at the end. Big Dick Joe, or I call him Big Joe Burrow. I call him Big Dick Joe. Played very well, killed it. And then solid win for the Bengals. Wish they could do that at Dallas when I bet on them. But anyways. But yeah, so this was a stay away game for me. I think I put on there. Yeah, it's a stay away game. So don't worry about that. I wouldn't have bet on this anyway. Just both teams just being too good. Both teams being too good to bet against. Anyways, so we'll move on from there. But yeah, Tennessee at Indy. Indy is just, I don't trust Indy. Like, I know what they did last week at when Kansas City came to town. I know, believe me, they ruined my Sunday. But other than that, like, first of all, they didn't really show much. Like, even in the first half, Matty Ice didn't really do nothing. Matty Ice hasn't really shown much this season. They're 1-1-1, okay? They barely could tie with the Texans, which is, come on. They got blown out by the Jaguars. And then the Chiefs played a very bad game. I went into it already. The Chiefs played a very bad game. And they still had a chance to win in the fourth quarter. So no, I think the Colts, honestly, I'm still going to say I think the Colts are pretty much overrated. I don't want to call them garbage because every time I do that, I get jinxed. But I think the Colts are overrated. And I think the Titans, I think it's similar to what I said about the Lions. I think maybe the Titans may be even better than the Lions because they do have Derrick Henry, a little bit of better of a defense as well. I love the Titans coach with Mike Vrabel. But the Titans, I believe they're 1-2 as well, right? My internet's a little bit slow, guys. Sorry about that. But the Titans are 1-2 as well. Where am I with the Titans? Yeah, they're one. They beat a very good Raider, and again, a Raiders team that I have faith in as well. Again, I'm going to take the Raiders this week to get their first win in Denver. That's exactly what I'm going to do this week. That's my first. I know it's a little bit crazy against Denver, but Denver, I've watched Denver. Dude, Russell Wilson hasn't been able to do nothing. Their offense is garbage. Do you see the San Francisco game? Like Denver, did you see the Seattle game? What did Denver do in Seattle? Denver's overrated as hell, dog. They can't really run the ball. I think Raiders comes in with Devontae, with Derek Carr, and with that tight end too. They come in and handle Denver. That's what I think, and we're gonna get into that game later. But so the Colts, like I said, what was I saying? Hold on. Basically, the Colts are overrated. Tennessee. Oh yeah, I was talking about Tennessee. They beat a Raiders team who's very good. And what else has Tennessee done? See, Tennessee is I believe they're extremely a little bit underrated. Even still, I know people know they're a good team, but I believe they're a little bit underrated. So if you look at Tennessee this year, they're 2-1. That record doesn't do them justice though. 'Cause look what they played. They played a Giants team. This game was kind of crazy. This game was kind of, like I said, it was a fluky game. Tennessee had a field goal kick to win the game, and the kicker just missed it. I believe it was September 11th. Giants got a little bit of good mojo. I had mentioned that previously. Tennessee should have won this game. They had a last-second field goal kick to win the game. It was like a 40-something yard kick. Dude just missed the kick. They got blown out by the Bills. I mean, come on. Bills are probably the best team in football. Like, no one can beat the Bills. Good luck. Like, Bills are very good. It's not saying much. And then they beat a good Raiders team. Okay? It should be 2-1 right now. And like they've played all decent competition, and pretty good competition. Anyway, so I think Tennessee does handle it next week. I think they cover. What do I have them at? I have them at 2. I'd even be comfortable because most books have it at 3 now. I mean, probably my book has it at 3 too. Yeah, it's 3.5 now. That's fine. I'll put it down to 2. I'm comfortable at 3.5. I think Tennessee covers. Boom. Chicago at New York. This is gonna be a stay away game for me. Chicago at New York, stay away game. Simple. I'm not gonna. Remember the stay away games. I'm not gonna analyze very much. I'm gonna take most of my analysis time with the money picks. Neither team is good enough to bet on. They're both suspect. Giants. I know they've had some wins this season, but I believe they're overrated. Like I said, I just went over the Tennessee game. They should have lost that game. I believe they should have lost when Carolina came to town too. They got a lucky win. And Chicago. I mean, they're not a good team. Neither team is a good team. I'm not gonna bet on either team. Next game, Jacksonville at Eagles. This game is an interesting game, guys. Interesting game. I'm probably going to put a little bit of money on this game just because I'm so high on the Eagles. I love Jalen Hurts. I love the Eagles. They're just, like I said, I believe they're going to win their division. I believe they're going to make a playoff run. They're one of the best teams in the NFC right now. But I believe Jacksonville, especially what they did last week, what they did in the last 2 weeks, really, they've been playing very well. Trevor Lawrence has been showing some improvement from last season. At first, I didn't see it, but now I do. Trevor Lawrence has been showing some improvement from last season. His poise in the pocket, as well as his overall composure and demeanor on the field, and just his composure under pressure is an improvement from last season. I'm starting to like him more and more. Their new coach seems to be making an impact, and like I said, their defense is young and doesn't have any like huge blue chip stars. But it's overall young studs, and they're playing very, very well. Their Jags D scares me. They're legit. So that's the reason. And just since there's so many points, you know how many points? It's like 7 minus 6.5 minus 7. Yeah, minus 6.5 or 7. That's tough. This could be a close game. So I probably will put 1 ticket into this, but no more than 1. I do think Eagles will cover just because they're so tough. I think the Jags are running a little high off these wins. They're due for a loss. I mean, the Jags have won the last 2 weeks. Kind of due for a loss. Let me see. I'll make sure of that real quick for y'all. I know they won last week. Yeah, see the Colts game, they blew out the Colts, and then they came in and whooped, or the Steelers came in and lost to them. Oh, Jags. I'm looking at the Jags. Yeah, then they came in and whooped the Chargers. Again, yeah, so they've won the last 2 weeks pretty easily. They might be riding a little high due for a loss. So, yeah, I think the Eagles will cover, but like I said, I'm not as confident as my top 4 games. Next game, New York Jets at Pittsburgh. This is a stay away game for me as well, as you can see. For a similar reason, just neither team is good enough for me to bet on. The Jets, I believe they're garbage. Pittsburgh, I don't trust them. I mean, they have injury, TJ Watt. I don't trust Trubisky. I mean, I like Mike Tomlin, obviously, but I don't trust either team, so stay away game. This game is, again, a stay away game for me. I mean, if I was leaning, I probably would lean towards the Bills here, just because the Bills are so good. And you'd think there'd be more points. I bet you my book has more points. Watch. You know, even 3. You think there'd be more than 3? Like if I was the casino, I'd be putting this at 4 or 5. But still, I don't want to bet against the Ravens. Like the Ravens might take this. They've been playing very well too. I've won money on them this season already. And yeah, both teams are too good to bet against, so it's a stay away game for me. This game is actually one of my maybe lists. I'm not gonna be betting on this game. I'm not gonna take too much time on this. I'm not gonna be betting on this game, just because there's a little bit too many points. So you watch, my book has it at what? 5. That's too many, a little bit too many points. And then it's not necessarily the points, it's more the injury. Like The Chargers, Lindsey's still going to be out. They can't run the ball without Lindsey. If Allen's out too, that's going to hurt them a lot. And after what they did last week, I just can't trust them with all the injuries, the Chargers. So they might very well win. If I do, I'd pick them. But I can't trust them. It's a maybe game for me, but I can't trust them. This game is a similar game as well. I can't. It's a stay away game. Stay away game for me. Or is it? Yeah, it is. Did I put this game on here? What am I missing here? Oh no, I'm tripping. This is not a stay away game for me. This is actually a money game pick. I'm not as confident about this game. It's my least confident. That's why I wasn't really that excited about it. It's my least confident game. Just from the fact that Arizona, they've been playing well, but their offensive line is straight bad. Their offensive line is straight up bad. And yeah, basically, but like I said, Carolina, I believe they're very overrated. I've been riding them, and I believe they're very overrated. I think Arizona does come in and cover. It's just that I'm not 100% confident on it, but I will pick Arizona over Carolina. I will pick Arizona over Carolina Panthers. I will take Arizona over Carolina Panthers. Basically, yes, overall, if you look at Arizona, they did lose last week to the Rams. However, the Rams are a very good team, and Arizona's 1-2. However, they faced a good competition. They beat a good Raiders team. And like I said, they lost to the only two teams they've lost to so far is the Chiefs and the Rams. Two of the last 3 Super Bowl teams. So you know what I mean? I think, and if you watch all these games, Arizona's playing well in every game. Kyler Murray's playing well. Who's on Arizona's defense? J.J. Watt is back. I noticed that last game too. They got squad. Marcus Golden's a dog. They got squad. But Buda Baker, one of the best. Yeah, they got Isaiah Simmons. They got squad. So yeah, I do think they will cover. I think, like I said, I think Carolina is overrated. Baker Mayfield, he's been playing okay, but he hasn't really performed when it comes to the wins and losses. I think Arizona comes in and covers the spread on that. I don't want to take too much time on this game, but yeah. Moving on, New England at Green Bay. New England at Green Bay. This is another interesting game for me. I'm taking too long with this video, so I'm gonna just move through the rest of them pretty quick. But like I said, it's one of those maybe games. If I had to pick, I definitely pick Green Bay. They've been playing very well. And New England is, like I said, one of the worst rosters in the league. They're not very good at all. They still have Belichick, but especially at home at Green Bay. And also, it's just a lot of points, too. Most of them have that at 9.5. It's 2 points. Exactly. It's too many points for me to bet on. I do think Green Bay wins. But, I mean, they haven't known. All they need to do is win the game. They don't have to win by 11 or 12 points. You know what I mean? Or 10 points. So, no, I won't be taking Green Bay just because it's too many points. If this was less points, if it was like less 5 or less, I probably would take Green Bay. But I guarantee you, my book has this at like 10 or something, right? Watch. 9.5. Yeah, I can't take Green Bay. It's too many points. Even if I buy it down to 8, it's still too many. So that's that. This is a maybe game. I do pick Green Bay. Now, this game, again, I've already talked a lot about this, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Pun intended, on these Broncos. But, yes, I do pick the Raiders to get their first win this week at Denver. Minus the 2. Or probably minus the 2.5, or maybe minus the 3. I think Denver's overrated. They haven't shown anything. They lost in Seattle. They beat us, my Niner team, but we had an injury. Trent Williams got injured in the game, which basically ruined our whole offense. And they scored like 11 points. They could barely even score. Their offense can't do anything. Like Russell Wilson's not really adding much. It doesn't seem, or they just can't click yet. I do not trust Denver in this situation, and the Raiders will be. They really don't have a win yet this season. That's insane. Like the Raiders are way too good of a team to not have a win yet. I think they're going to get their first win this week in Denver. It's good that it's not, because the Raiders don't have a win, they're a little bit underrated. It's not that many points. Like I said, it's only 2 points. That's fine. It's almost like a pick 'em. The Raiders, I can't believe the Raiders don't have a win yet. Every single game they've played in has been close. Derek Carr's been playing good. Their whole offense, they got Devontae. Devontae's been playing good. They lost to 3 good teams. They lost to the Chargers, Cardinals, and Titans. Those are all very, very good teams. This game was an overtime game. I don't want to say too much about it. I'm gonna go ahead and pick and put money. I'm probably gonna have 3 tickets on this game, 3 different parlays all on this game. You'll see. I'm gonna buy them right now. But then moving on. So yes, I do pick the Raiders, and it's at Las Vegas too. It's at Vegas. Oh man, yeah, dude, I'm picking the Raiders all day. This is my number 1 pick of the week. Raiders to get their first win at home against an overrated Denver team who can't really do nothing, especially on offense. Anyway, this game obviously stay with me. I'm not gonna bet against any one of these teams. If I had to, I'd take Kansas City with the points. Tampa Bay has injuries. I'm not sure if Mike Evans and Godwin are back, but they have injuries. Kansas City's relatively healthy and are coming off a very bad win with unlucky win. Like I don't want to mention it again, but at Indy, I believe Kansas City comes in and probably handles this. But I'm not going to bet against Tom Brady and the Bucs. I'm good. This is a stay away game for me, as you can see. All right, moving on. I'm almost done. I'm gonna bang the rest of these out. Yeah, only 2 more. We're almost done. The rest of these are all stay away games. This has already happened. Last night was a crazy game. I discussed it. We won't get into it. The last game, stay away game. I'm a Niners fan, as you guys know. I'm from San Francisco. I hope the Niners win this. If I had to pick, I probably would go with the Niners for the simple fact we're at home. Our coaches had time to scheme up against the loss of Trent Williams and everything. And I mean, I get why Rams are favored here. I see what most people we're actually favored on most books. See, it's pretty much a pick 'em. And we always play this. We're division rivals. We always play the Rams. Both of these teams, we always play each other very close. As you can see, we beat them. Almost beat them in the NFC Championship last season. We always play each other close. We know each other very well. I'd probably pick the Niners at home, but again, I'm not going to be betting. It's a stay away game for me too. I'm going to be able to watch this game and enjoy it without having any money. I'm going to just watch my Niners and enjoy it. So yeah, that's my picks for the week, guys. I went through all the games. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. We'll go through injuries real quick and weather. Let's go through weather. There's possible light rain on this Minnesota game. That's interesting. Oh, there's some rain in a few games. Okay, guys, so we'll go over this. This is in London, so I mean light rain. It's it's kind of normal weather for London. I don't think that's gonna hurt too much. Like I said, Minnesota's mainly a running offense. Dalvin Cook doesn't care about the rain, and I mean I think Kirk Cousins is still good at protecting the ball. I'm still keeping this pick even in the rain. Even if it rains, I'm still liking Minnesota minus the 2. Yes, except the kicking game might be a little, but that'll go both ways. Anyways, whatever. What other games are in weather? Chicago in weather game? I'm not. That's a stay away game for me anyway. But there is some rain here. Don't really care. Jacksonville at Philly. There's some rain here. Possible light rain. That will affect both teams. Does that affect my pick at all? Do I still want to put money into Philly? I mean, they can run the. Who's Philly's running back again? They usually don't run the ball that much because they have a great quarterback. I mean, shit. I think Jalen Hurts is leading their team in rushing. I think, or one of the top rushers of their team. He's like at least 50 yards a game, right? Oh yeah, Miles Sanders is pretty good, and Gainwell's been playing good too. It's tough, and it's only light rain. I probably will still keep this pick. This I'm not betting on it, but it's possible rain. Don't really care. This not betting on it. Possible rain. Just so you guys know, there's possible rain in the Steelers game and the Ravens game, Jets, Bills. And that's pretty much it. That's it. So the main game that it's affecting me is mainly this Jaguars-Eagles game. I'll think about it, but I probably still will put at least one ticket on the Eagles. Okay. Injuries. Let's go through just mine. Las Vegas. Let's go for the injuries. Las Vegas Raiders. Let's see it. Damn, a lot of injuries. We already knew about that. We already knew about Hunter Renfrow. That sucks. Perriman. That sucks too. They do have some injuries, but no one that important. Most of these were already known, like Renfrow. It's alright. I don't think that's anything that's gonna, their main stars are still playing. So that's fine with the Raiders. We'll go over. We already went over Minnesota, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We already went over Minnesota. Tennessee. We need to check. Does Tennessee have any major injuries? Titans. Damn, all these teams have a lot of injuries, man. The injuries are piling up already this year, guys. These are already known, though. You can see the date. These are mostly already all known. So these are the new ones. Ooh, Bud Dupree. That's not good. But I think that was known last week, too. Hooper. Limited. He probably still play, but he's limited. They have another tight end, too, right? I don't think anyone here is that bad. It's not going to affect anything. Detroit Lions. Oh, I'm going at the wrong one. Lions. Hawkinson. Oof. Limited. They probably still play, right? Actually, the Lions aren't as bad. Yeah, we knew about DeAndre Swift, but they still have Jamal Williams. They still have Jamal, so that's fine. We knew about Swift though. Oh yeah, Amon-Ra. This is a bad one. Isn't participating? Dang, this is a bad one. What other wide receivers do they have? They kind of need this. Dang. Which one of my? There's nothing I can't switch this game though. I still think they're gonna beat Seattle though. Yeah, I think they're gonna beat Seattle, even without Amon-Ra. And plus, Amon-Ra might play. That does suck that Amon-Ra is questionable though. And look at all these questions they have on offense. Damn, they have all their receivers are questionable. Dang, man, maybe I shouldn't be picking, but I can't really replace it. I'm still, even with that, I'm still more confident than this over. Maybe I could replace it with the Green Bay game, maybe. I'm thinking now, like, because they had the injuries for Detroit. I think I'll just lock it in, man. I think I'll just lock it in. They're most, like I said, they're mostly a running offense anyway. I'll just lock it in, dog. What's up with these? It doesn't really tell you. It just tells you that they're limited. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna lock it in. And then we'll just, that's pretty much all we need. We already went over Arizona and yeah, he's non-participant, huh? Limited. Yeah, it's nothing that serious. And then Eagles. You already know about Eagles, all right? Yeah. Oh, Eagles have finally. Look at the Eagles, almost fully healthy. That's crazy. Anyways, all right, man. That's pretty much it. I'm pretty much just gonna go lock these tickets in, man. You ready for this? Let's go. All right, so I'm pretty much just gonna go lock these tickets in. So let's do it. Go to football. Go to NFL. All right, so we definitely want Vikings. Yes. First ticket's gonna be these four. So Vikings, Raiders, Titans, Detroit. Oh wow, Detroit +3. We'll take that. Titans +3. Yeah, we'll take that. Raiders. All right. So that's the first team we're gonna grab. We're gonna grab these four. We're gonna grab Lions. We'll buy points on this. We have Lions -2.5. Raiders, 5 points 2. Raiders -1. We'll take that. Tennessee, we don't need Tennessee +3. We're on this all day, bro. This honestly, this might be our like #1 pick. Plus the 3. This is +3. Hold on, why? What's going on? Like, hold on. I gotta check one more time. Why is this now +3? I don't know, man. You tear the wands out, yeah. That's no. Oh, whatever. I'm grabbing it, man. I don't care. I'm done. So yeah, leave that at plus. That's all we need is we even buy half a point. So now we gotta have +4. That's kind of crazy. Tennessee +4, yes. Minnesota Vikings. Buy some points on this. So look at the rest now. Stuff. I do want the Raiders. I'll take one less on the Raiders actually. Oh no. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, 1.5. This should be over 7 now, right? 7. Yeah. All right, so we got Lions -2.5. We got Raiders -1.5. Tennessee +4. That sounds kind of crazy, but we'll take it. Minnesota -2. Yeah. This is actually +4 now. Insane. Yeah, pretty much, dude. Take it. We're back 5 to 135. Bang. As you can see. Now, next ticket. We're gonna take 2 smaller tickets. We're gonna probably take a $4 ticket and a $3 ticket. Continue betting. We're gonna take off this because of these Detroit. Yeah, we're gonna take off those and switch it with these. All right. So we'll Raiders, Vikings, Titans. Oh, they just moved the spread. Ain't that funny? Oh, it went down. Shit. All right, whatever. Vikings. Titans and Raiders are down here. How come I can't find? There we go. Raiders. I'm tripping. And then Tennessee, Titans. There we go. And then the other one we want is we're gonna go ahead and jump on this Philly game. Why not? Jump on the Philly game. That's another one of my things. I've been thought about it. Jump on the Philly game. All right. We want some points though. We definitely want points as much as possible because this Philly game could be close. We want Philly -5. Still a stretch, but we'll take it. We want points. Let's see what points on everything. Titans. We'll just take the 3.5 on this. Let me see points on it. What's this? That's 8. Oh damn. All I'll take it, man. Whatever, take it. Half. Yeah, so we have Philly -5, Raiders -1, Titan again +4, and Minnesota -1. We'll take it. This one will take a 4 though. 4 to win 30. Wow. We need the account down to $30 on this. As you can see, remember the account started at 60. It was at 60 at the beginning of the season. We're already down to half. Uh-oh. What are we gonna do? See what happens. All right, so yeah, we got Eagles -5, Raiders -1 times +1. And then we basically took the Eagles on this one. Last ticket, we're gonna go ahead and try this Arizona game. We'll try this Arizona game, man. Try to win some money against Kansas. This might not work, but it's only $3, so whatever. Same 3. We're gonna take this. Yeah, same 3. These are the 3 I'm most confident in, as you can see. Again, continue betting. Again, Raiders. Where's the Raiders at? I always lose the Raiders, man. Raiders. They're gonna get their first win against Denver at home. I think they will. We would do one Arizona. That's +1. We'll take +1 all day. What's the other games we wanted? We need Titans and we need Lions. No, not Lions. Not Lions. I keep forgetting, man. I'm tired right now. Oh yeah, Minnesota. Hey, we do want Minnesota. Tripping. Okay. All right, so it's our final ticket, guys. It's gonna be Raiders again. We keep buying points. So we got Raiders -1. That's juicy. Like all Raiders need to do is basically win the game. Come on, Raiders, get your first win. Tennessee. We don't even need +5. Seriously, +4 is good enough. Like I think Tennessee's gonna win outright at Indy. Arizona. Oh yeah, we do. We're getting points at Arizona, and then Tennessee will get. Is this already over 7? It is. See, we get everything. We get points over 7, so we're good. So basically, we're gonna take 3 to win 22. $3 to win 22. Can you really be mad at that? Place it. Come on. Now we have Raiders, Tennessee +4, +2, and Vikings. All right. So now look at our open slips, guys. We're almost just pretty much gonna wrap up the video here. It's already been too long. I'm gonna edit it. So yes, we have our big ticket. Our main ticket is Minnesota -2, Detroit -2.5, Tennessee +4, and Raiders -1.5. That's our biggest ticket. We have a slightly smaller ticket with the same top 3, Minnesota, Raiders, and Tennessee. But we also have we grabbed some Eagles too, -5. Eagles over the Jacksonville -5. Now our last even smaller ticket, only $3, but 3 to win 22, is again same 3, Raiders, Tennessee, and Minnesota, but we also grabbed some underdog Arizona plus a 2.5 to beat Carolina. So there you go, guys. I apologize for the last week. The sound on the video was a little bit bad. I didn't do that this week, so it should be better sound. And that's it. Best of luck in everything, you guys. And I'll be talking to y'all next week to see if the tickets hit or the tickets fail, and we will just take it from there. This is Madden Football signing out. Have a good one, guys, and enjoy the weekend.